go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute, I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip and I don't plan to visit. I'm gonna stay there till I feel like I'm winning, and this is just the beginning. I need a big change, help me feel like living. I need a big swing, home runs I'm hitting, and I'll never look back, moving on till I get it all. And we all got dreams, we all want things, but what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything? But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? Let's go! Hey! Yeah, this is my life, my strife, my right to fight, to die on. And this is my game to play, to claim a brand new name, and I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm a bit nervous that I might screw everything up that I've ever done. But what's the point of living if you ain't having fun? I guess I'll try this, try that, might miss, gotta find what I'm good at. I guess I look here, look there, over where am I scared, where am I at? I gotta make it in this life, whatever makes me happy, know I'm doing things right. Sipping in the summer on a goose and Sprite, or find a nightclub for the end of the night, And we all got dreams, we all want things, but what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything? But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be?
Time we pull up, all you're gonna see is American flags. American flags. American flags. And every time we pull up, all you're gonna see is American flags.
Aloha, everybody, and welcome to Where It Begins with special co-host Chad Freeman today. And the one and only guest, STEEVO. Oh, you're muted. You're muted, STEEVO.
Well, hello, everybody.
Yes, hello, everyone. I'm excited. I'm excited for this.
And
all right.
This, STEEVO is my first guest that is not musician.
Yeah, I'm just an artist, I guess they say.
An artist, yeah.
A rock artist. There you go. I'm a rock artist.
Say what's up to everybody in chat real quick. Wow, we got a lot. We got Angelique, Midnight Bandit.
I see
Michael
Robbie Single.
Songs, The Real Justine. Who else? Kurt Kasperick.
And real
Hugh
Kasperick.
Caldwell.
Yep, Hugh Caldwell.
Right. Creek Squad. Man, it's looking like we got a rock garden going in here.
Conspiracy music.
Clay, what's up, brother? Robin Spielman, Talk with Tiffany, aloha. Meemaw Patriot.
Hippie Grandma.
Mhm.
Robbie Steeble. Wow, this place is rocking.
For sure. It is Rocktober. Rocktober.
It is. It's that time of the year.
You got a birthday coming up this month, right, Steve-O?
Oh, yeah. It starts on the 26th and don't end till after Halloween.
I like that.
So you have a rock garden.
Yeah.
And
Here,
when did
it's,
you start? There you
there you
go. That's the one in the thumbnail.
It's the YouTube rock garden. Oh, the YouTube assholio shit rock. But anyway.
Holio. YouTube as Holio.
Yeah. So
So when did you start the rock? When did you decide, you know what? I'm gonna paint some rocks with all these people I hang out
okay.
with on YouTube.
Basically the rock painting started with my kids when I would take them camping. And one of the campsites my kids had found painted rocks. And that gave me the idea, hey, the kids dug this, so let's start painting rocks. So I went and I bought a bunch of different paints and brushes, and it was something for the kids to do. So we would paint rocks, and when we went camping, we would set them around different sites and stuff. So it was just something we did. And then along comes this, everybody stay home, don't go nowhere. If you do go somewhere, wear this ugly diaper on your face. Yeah, all of that started. So I stayed home and I got bored and I turned on YouTube because I got tired of the regular media, all the propaganda they're throwing out there. So I switched over to real people on YouTube. I figured, let me go live. And I started following the First Amendment auditors and the cop watchers. And I started watching that, and I was getting into that, and I was finding myself in a slump, you know, depression or whatever, because it's what I was watching was all negativity. And then I found, you know, well, I'm into music, and I started finding the karaoke and the music channels, and, you know, my daughter went and got me Zero, a little puppy, and that got me up from my depression and got me up and about. And that's basically once I started watching YouTube and I got into the music end of it and karaoke and stuff, I'm like, man, this is a very nice community. People want to be here, you know, this and that. And yeah, there's some trolls here and there, very rare, but they're out there. But, you know, I'm like, I got to pay back, you know. Now, financially, I can't pay back to the community. I can become members, this, that, and the other. My daughter has full control over my life as far as legals and stuff. I've given my daughter all my finances and everything, my health, my life basically is in my daughter's hands. So with that being said, I decided my way to pay back is to show them how I like it, you know. So I started out with a rock that I had painted a year before I got into YouTube. And this rock and a lot of the different rocks, when I pick them up and I look at them and I hold them, they tell me what they want to be. And this one here, I don't think anybody can deny it. When I found this rock, it said alligator. You know?
Okay.
And then when I got into the karaoke scene and everything, you know, it's like, okay, that's cool. And I wanted to start paying back. So this rock here reminded me of somebody that hosts karaoke shows that lives in Louisiana with all the gators, Creek Squad.
Nice.
So basically, Creek Squad was a start of the rock garden.
Awesome.
And then through Creek Squad, I had met up with Shane and the Shane's Lounge. And through Shane was Steve Harloha.
Who's that?
I've heard of that guy before.
So basically that's where it started, was getting onto the karaoke shows, being welcomed, you know. And another one besides just that, and I got to show this one too, so because this one also led me towards the independent music. And I'm not sure how I found her, but I did, and I'm very thankful I did, because Valerie bought music.
Mm, yes.
Oh yeah.
And the Friday Song Club, and the What the Flock rock.
Right.
And I can't believe I fit all that on a rock. So
No, that is pretty awesome. That is
you got
awesome.
it is the Valerie bought music, Friday Song Club, What the Flock rock.
Now, what was it? What was it about that rock that screamed, "This is Valerie"?
Basically just what I had to put on the rock.
Gotcha.
It's like, okay, I had, when I got to Valerie, I'm like, I wanted to paint that little guitar playing cherub that she's got, I will call it, on her icon. And there's no way I can paint that. There's, it's like, no, I can't duplicate that. I'm not even going to try. And then she has all these different shows.
Right.
There's the Valerie Bot Music, and then you got, her song club, and you got What the Flock.
Right.
So it's like I didn't want to leave none of it out.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. And she's here in chat. She just is excited.
All right. I know she's on vacation. I'm glad she made it. Cool.
Yeah.
I don't have the chats on, so I'm not looking at chat.
We'll update you. No problem. Yeah, Creek Squad's here too. So yeah.
Okay. Cool. Well, another one, fun one that I had fun with was Creek Squad's fiance, Danny. She went and got a new car, and it happened to be a Malibu, Chevy Malibu. So everybody started referring to her as Malibu Danny. So I made a rock for Malibu Danny, and I was in the yard, and I found where the kids had, had all their Hot Wheels and stuff, and lo and behold, we found Danny's Malibu. Nice. Malibu Danny's white. So there's Malibu Danny's white rock. So I'm just going to start getting some of these and showing them to you, I guess, as we go along here. We're going to start out with this Steve Harloha. And we spin that around. And you got Nina, and Pablo.
One beautiful Nina.
All right.
I got a question for you, Steve. What were your thoughts? Well, Steve, not Steve-O.
Steve, okay.
What were your thoughts when he first showed you your rock? Because one of the early ones, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and it was like the coolest thing. I was like touched. Really? Wow, you took time out to do that for like, I'm nobody,
Right.
So,
right.
Yeah, it was super cool. Super cool.
Yeah.
Gives you the feelies, makes you feel good.
Yeah.
Sure. I didn't give you guys an overview of the rocks yet. All right. Let's see here. Before I start showing them all individually, I've already removed a couple from the table, but let's see here. I got a 4-foot by 8-foot table. And I know everybody's going to ask, what's the quantity? How many do I have?
Yeah, you're going to count them for us on camera, right? Didn't you say that?
Yeah. Yeah. Somebody out there in the chat is going to count these things for us, right? And let us know before the show's over. But when we started talking about this, Steve and Chad, and I sent you guys an emailed list, there were 61 rocks. Since that emailed list, my last count was 108. Mm-hmm. I continued painting beyond that 108. I believe I'm about 115.
Right. So
I have a list. I have a list that I'm going to stop putting names on because there's 26 on my list to be painted.
Right.
And I have a set of harmonicas that I want to learn to play.
Yeah.
So
and we
I have a list of 26 rocks to paint.
Learn the harmonica and enjoy that and share some music as well. So
yes, I have a set of 6. I mean, the set comes with 6 harmonicas, so I need to learn that. So that's the overview of the rocks. So I believe I'm at about 115 at this point.
I was going to say, everybody in the chat, keep up with the number of rocks. That's how many did you show so far? Was it 4? I see. I've already lost it.
Right now I've removed 2 from the table. That's the YouTube rock and the Steve Harloha rock have been removed.
Okay.
Now I will show whatever's left on the table from here out.
Then you did Creek and Malibu Danny too. So yeah, just
But
4 so far.
no, they're still on the table. I'm going to show them real quick again as I clear the table off. You know, I'm going to be move across this table just so I get them all covered.
Right
So
on.
I have 2 memorial rocks, and I'm going to start with those. Unfortunately, I don't like having the memorial, but you know, they need to be represented. And this rock was done while he was still alive, and he saw the rock and he loved the rock. It's Shane's Lounge. And what do we do at Shane's Lounge? We chill. Okay? We don't want no drama, no nothing like that over Shane's Lounge. So Shane saw this rock, and unfortunately I had to date it for the date that he had left us and went home to the Lord. So that's my Shane's Lounge memorial stone. And then last week we lost, okay, there's not a lot in the rock collection that represents them, but the child predators, the child pred catchers, the ones that are out there trying to catch these child predators. Well, we lost one last week, and that was Robert Wayne Lee, aka Bupak Shakur, defender of the kids. Okay, may he rest in peace. I don't know if he's Muslim or not, but in my eyes, he went and joined the Lord for helping to protect the children.
I heard about that too.
Yeah. So those are my memorial stones. Now this next one I'm going to show you is the rock that has the most names on it. I titled it the STEEVO Ghetto Rock. But when it was originally painted, it was painted for the Not Commonly Common show with Nunya. So that rock is the Not Commonly Common.
Ooh, that's a big rock.
Big rock. STEEVO Ghetto Rock. Okay. We got so many names on this thing. Let's see. We got Bobby Joe, Roots, Telly, Rumsky, Tiny, Cat, Nunya, Javi, Blaze. Blaze is a predator catcher. Laura, Rosa, Mr. B, Shane, Rockstar, JM Unleashed, Ex Bootlicker, Rosie. So yeah, this rock is, you know, I was reading it. I should have been showing it. And we got, oh yeah, let me show, where is it? That corner over there says, not sure, James. See, not sure in brown, because we're not sure who that is. And there's this James guy who keeps showing up, you know, and he's there all the time. Got Shane, Laura, Blaze.
That guy.
Javi. So yeah, this is the ghetto rock. It's got a whole bunch of, oh, it glows on here too. So yeah.
What's cool about that one is that actually reminds me of those big rocks you see that have like all the graffiti on them and stuff. You just can't read the names, but on that one you can. So
right, yeah, it's like, because I don't know graffiti.
Well,
so
you can read yours.
That's my graffiti. Yeah. All right. So now from Shane's Lounge, okay, Shane's best buddy, Mr. B. And Mr. B, everybody tells me I should have put Elvis on the rock, you know. But no, I thought Mr. B, he rocks. He rocks. It don't have to be Elvis. He just rocks. And Mr. B, if you notice, he's my Rolling Stone.
That boy good.
There's not a whole lot of round rocks, but there's a couple of them. But yeah, Mr. B has the Rolling Stone.
So the question did come up already, STEEVO, from chat about where you get the rocks from, because you were accused of stealing them, because I guess someone watching steals those rocks.
Yeah. Okay. I put it on the screen. I am a tax-paying citizen of the state of California, and I'm going to give you a little walk right here. Okay, where I'm at is on my back patio. Okay, so my house is behind me. You see them windows? That's the house. Okay, this is my picnic table with all the rocks collected on them right now. Turn around. That's where I sit and I usually YouTube from. And I sit there and, you know, right there in front of that eagle. Come out here into the yard. There's the kids' trampoline. And then my dog's yard. Buddy's got this yard over here to play in. Okay. Up top here, there's the my graveyard for Zero. And a couple of other pets that we had lost. But if I take a walk to the backside of my yard here, go up to this back fence, just beyond this back fence is the California mountainside. This is all open property, open land that will never be developed. Okay. Beyond this hill, on the other side is another street that comes up like my street. My street is a cul-de-sac. There's 2 more houses to the end of the block on me. So my neighbor's got a pool there, and then there's one neighbor next to him, and then the open spaces. So I walk out into the open spaces and I collect the rocks. So
that's awesome.
This is the house. It's on the cul-de-sac. Water tower's up there. So this is where I'm at. This is where I get to collect the rocks.
Yeah, what I love about that is that, I mean, that keeps you active because you got to go for a little hike. And it's, you know, then creative because you're looking. I mean, I imagine it's not any and every rock. You see a rock, it kind of speaks to you, and then you pick it up, right? Or do you just go and round up rocks and then they speak to you?
I just round up rocks, and I have a bag full of rocks that I went and collected on a hike.
Gotcha.
I'm sitting there. I'm doing karaoke. All right, let me show you my little kit here. This kit I've had for years, and it's a little basket that my wife had, and I use the basket to put all the paints in. So there's my basket of paints. Okay, in the basket I also have white, which you use quite a bit. Here's my water cup to rinse my brushes in. Here's my paint rag inside there. And then we have my brush kit. My brush kit, I turn it around. My granddaughter did the artistry on that. So my granddaughter drew that on there, on my art kit for me. And the brushes just roll up and they fit right in there. So wherever I want to go, boom, I have all of my painting supplies. Here I have a list. This is 26 people on this list to go. Here I scratched off a lot of names. Anyway, so once I have the bag of rocks, I have.
Well, he'll be back.
Oh, lost him again.
The question did come up if he polishes them, and I was curious of what he does to prepare them once he does pick them up. But yeah, no, he's got a nice little location there to do some rock hunting.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, there we go. There's some guy named STEEVO backstage. Should we trust him?
Are you sure it's me?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna try not to handle the phone too much because I got fat thumbs and they push the wrong buttons.
No worries. So STEEVO, right. The question came up: if you polish the rocks, or how do you prepare them once you have them? You know, to paint them.
Once I have them, I run them in the water, get the dirt off of them, and then I take a color, whichever color I want to choose for the base color, and I just start painting. I do not prime them. Basically, my starting brushes, okay, here's the kit, and I will start with these larger brushes over here for the big rocks. The smaller ones for doing the base coat are usually this one and this one. These two here for basically painting the base coats on the rocks. So I pick up a rock, find out which brush I want to paint it with, put my base coat on it. This one happened to be purple. Anyway, I do that, and then I paint the rock after that. So there's a base coat, and then I just start painting on it. Once the rock is completed, I shoot it with the clear coat to seal it. Because what I am using is just acrylic paints. These are just little bottles of acrylic paint that I'm brushing on there. So they covered the rock, and then I use a clear coat to spray over them, basically to encapsulate it in a shell. And that seems to cover for the water because the base coat is not water soluble. The paint is, so if I don't coat them with the final coat, then the paint will wash off over time. But if I clear coat it, it basically puts a shell over it. The sun may, over time, I'm not sure. I haven't had rocks around long enough to find out, over, ones that are coated. Basically, we give them away. This is going to be my rock garden. These are going to be the rocks that I keep.
Right. Very cool.
So, all right. I don't know how long the show's going to be going, but I'm up for whatever. Let's see. Where did we? Okay, so we did Mr. B. All right. Along with Mr. B, this person here, they started out with one rock, and that was Gigi. And when I gave Gigi a rock, she's a good friend of Mr. B's and Shane's, and she's a squirrely one from Canada, and squirrels like nuts. So Gigi's represented with the nut. I had got to give Gigi the squirrel a nut. I thought, wait a minute, hold on. Time went by, and she can't have just the smallest rock in the collection. Squirrel don't want just one nut. So she ended up with multiple rocks. So she got this one says G on it. Oh, she got a GG there. And then she got this one here that says G on it. So now Gigi's got a collection of nuts, like any squirrel should have. So Gigi, there's your collection of squirrels, squirrely girl. All right.
Squirrely girl.
Along with Mr. B and Shane and all that, came Creek Squad and Malibu Danny. So there you go, Malibu Danny. You've been shown again. You too, Creek. Creek Squad's rock gets shown quite a bit because that thing just hollered gator when I saw it. I don't know if you can tell, but that eyeball right there is an indent in the rock.
Nice.
Okay, I did not make that eyeball. It was already there. Okay. The other side, I did make that one because it's all smooth on this side. So I made that eyeball. But that one was natural. Oh yeah. So moving on.
Before you paint them, you can kind of you look at the rock and you kind of visualize what, or do you just start painting and be like, hey, this is turning out cool?
Right. It depends on what I got. Okay. This next rock that I'm going to show you, this one, I had the person, and the person happened to be the cat. So I'm going to find a rock that I can write the word the cat on. So I did that. Okay. What represents the cat? Okay. The cat is a drinker. He's retired and all that good stuff. And he's at home on YouTube. And he is our drinkologist. Yeah, so the cat's the drinkologist. Okay. He's represented with the shot glass on this side. And he's got a goblet on this side. But on the back is top secret classified because he was U.S. Naval courier. And a courier's classified information, so yeah.
Not anymore, it isn't.
No. Talk to the cat. It's classified. He ain't gonna tell you shit. And then we got somebody that picks on Mr. B quite a bit because Mr. B likes wearing the Hawaiian shirts. And this character here likes teasing Mr. B about his colorful shirts. So I had to represent Devil Dog in one of Mr. B's shirts. So here you go. Devil Dog. D-Dog. There you go. You got your own Hawaiian shirt now, buddy. You're represented.
That's great. I haven't seen that one yet. That's cool.
This rock here, because it was for D-Dog, okay, and I looked at the rock and I felt the rock, okay. You notice it looks like a T-shirt, okay. I got his beard here, yeah. Yeah, so there's the beard. I got the armpit on this side, the armpit on that side. So that's a t-shirt. The way I came up with this one for this rock is because of the Michael Songs. He gave me the idea on that. There's my Michael Songs rock. Okay.
Yeah,
And because Michael Songs
so
always wears the vest, always classy, you know, very debonair. Okay. So it's the Michael Songs rock. And he's backed by Maria. So Maria's got Michael Songs back. Okay. But that's what inspired me on doing the Devil Dog. Okay. The way he picks on Mr. B's shirt and the shape of that rock both came together. That's D-Dog's Hawaiian shirt.
right.
This one, this rock here spoke to me because when I picked it up and I held it like this, I'm like, this is a bust. This is somebody's bust without the head on it and without the arms, is what I was thinking. It's, you know, a busted bust. And then I thought Michael Songs. And that's how I get a lot of the ones that go on the list. I'm sitting there watching karaoke or the music shows. I'm like, this guy's got talent, you know, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, they're worthy of going on the list. They're worthy of a rock. So that's how it's coming about. Okay, moving along, and it's just in no particular order. I don't know if it's going to be karaoke or music artists as we go. So here we go. I bring it every day. Got to be Kelly.
Kelly.
Exactly.
Nice.
And the reason that came about is the show Cheers. Everybody remembers the show Cheers? And Woody the bartender. He had a girlfriend, and he wrote a song for that girlfriend. And her name was Kelly. So he wrote a song, and it was Kelly, 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 Kelly. And that's all he came up with.
That's it. That's all I
So that's
got
our
so
lovable
far.
Kelly rock. Oh, and I forgot. Oh, yes, Creek Squad. Okay, constantly losing his guitar pick. So this rock spoke to me, and it said, "Creek Squad pick." So this is
Definitely
Creek
looks like a
Squad's guitar pick. And that's not the only guitar pick in the collection. There will be another guitar pick. All right. And then we get to Glow with Glow. Now, a lot of these rocks that you see, okay, when I grab them, I look at them. This one happened to be a flat rock, so I am able to spin it. Okay. Most of these rocks, I wish I could just drill a hole right through them and put them on something and have them spin, you know. So it'll be Glow with Glow. But that's how a lot of these rocks are going to come out. Okay. Reaching over for more, we got Burns Del Rey. Burns has a show where he'll serenade you. He'll just sing and sing and sing and serenade you. He also has a show with his sister. The show he has with his sister is called Back to Back, where they both sing back to back, where you get nonstop back to back, back to back. And the sister, speaking of which, is Miss D. And with Miss D, what's her logo? Happy life, happy life. So this one represents Miss D and her happy life, happy wife, happy life.
I was going to say, one of the things I really love about the garden is because you've said before, it's your YouTube family. And I like that it's mixed, that it's, you know, karaoke, it's indie artists, it's, you know, auditors or what have you. It's anything and everything. I love that because, you know, as that's how I approach YouTube as well, is that I don't feel it should be as segregated as it is. You know, the karaoke and the indie artists, there are some that get along and go visit, but you know, a lot of times things are split. We're trying to bring things more together that way, but I very much appreciate that about your garden.
Okay. I think another thing that you're going to appreciate, and it came to mind with me when I was doing the rock garden, is a lot of my time on YouTube, because not only am I going up on panels, karaoke and this and that, a lot of times I'm a lurker. You know, people talk about trolls and this and that, especially some of those shows, people, they'll start their show and I'll tune on and I'm like one of the first people on their show. but yet I'm not commenting. And they start talking about the trolls. Oh, I know the trolls are watching this, and nope, it's not a troll, buddy. It's me. I'm just lurking. You know, I don't necessarily chat all the time.
Right.
But when I started to do the rock garden, I figured, you know what? I'm going to include the people in chat that I communicate with.
Right.
So as we go on, you'll start seeing those coming into play too. But right now, I'm just sitting here in my chair. I'm moving down the table, though. We've cleared off the A section, so I'm going to start sliding these down towards me. But as we go here, we got this one here. Took me a long time to do, was Shimmer Souls.
Nice.
Because I did Glow with Glow in no time at all. Well, I met Glow on Shimmer Soul's show. And when I did the Glow Rock, I said I was going to do a Shimmer Soul. And it took me a long time to do Shimmer Soul because I kept going back to her logo. And her logo is a lightning bolt with an eyeball in it. And I'm like, how am I going to do that? How am I going to do that? So in order to represent her logo, it took me a while to get around to it. But I did a whole face instead of, you know, in the lightning bolt. And if you see her logo, it's black and white. Of course, I'm using paint, so I'm going to do color on it. So that took me a while, but I am.
That one's awesome.
That's the Shimmer Soul. And
That is sweet.
yeah. So these rocks, I can set them in the garden like this and walk by and just see Shimmer Soul. In a week or so, I can walk by and just flip it over and boom, I got a whole different rock garden sitting out there.
Right.
Why? Because I walked by and I just started flipping people's rocks. You know, so I
That's
can
gonna
just
be a
change
pretty big rock garden because the way things are going, you're over 100 already. I mean, before you know it, it's going to be over 200.
Well, I got to learn harmonica, though. That's why I'm letting people know now. Don't be expecting it all the time now. I'm going to back off. Maybe next summer I might start up again. Who knows, you know?
Right.
The fall is here, winter's here, you know, things change. So things change according to the seasons. Here we got Carrie Cares, a very cheerful one. I met her through Shimmer Soul's show, along with Glow. Okay. And like I say, there's changes. So you spin Carrie Cares around, and there she's got the blues. Because she can sing it all, you know. So basically, this rock here, I'm like, okay, this one says Carrie Cares. So I wrote it with 1K. Oops, where are we at? The 1K, sharing it both, and then spun it around and duplicated it on the other side.
Right.
Just in different colors. So it just depends. Okay. This next one here, he does auditing, and he's also started up a karaoke show. This one here is Black National Freedom Fighter. Okay. There's his logo, BNFF. And I did pin it all on the rock. You see that? Black National Freedom Fighter. And
Who's
then
also allergic to bullshit.
yeah. And he also has his own karaoke show, the Minnesota Karaoke Guy.
Oh, that on one rock. Wow.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So we got him on the bottom. See this rock? It's kind of flat here. And then over here, it's all rounded around this edge. This side's flat. And then this is rounded. You know, it's like, okay. So I ended up splitting it. There's the one logo. There's the name. And it's like, okay, there's the rest of the name. You know, so it just depends on the rock, what I need to put on the rock. Okay. This one came before that one did. This is one of the first that I tried to do the logos on.
Yes.
Indeed.
Independent Mini United. Everybody knows her logo, correct? I refer to her as Indy.
Ah, that is awesome. I love that.
So, yeah. Notice I had to cheat on the independent, had to round the corner.
Like when you run out,
You know,
yeah.
So basically, yeah, like you asked earlier, do you just start? And yes, I start painting. I do not use a pencil. I do not sketch the rock ahead of time. I use the brush. I apply paint. If I mess up, I go back to the base coat and I paint over it. Okay. Also through, let's see, I showed you the Valerie Bot rock earlier. I'm going to show it again because I just like that, you know, Valerie Bot rock. Okay. Friday Song Club and the What the Flock rock. Okay. Through Valerie, I met this other person. This other person is referred to as Blue Unicorn.
Unicorn. Yes.
But it is alter ego, also known as Blue Unicorn's
right.
human vessel. Where do I have that at? Oh, there it is. So I got it all written on there. So this rock is in the garden like this.
Right.
Alter ego known as Blue Unicorn human vessel.
Very cool.
So,
yeah,
you know, I want to give a shout out real quick to someone I just seen in chat, X and Nacho. I just wanted
Nacho. I'm getting to those coming up too.
That my shirt came in yesterday. So.
Yes.
Told you I was getting one. Told you.
He was showing that off before the show. He was very proud of that shirt. He was throwing it in my face, and I'm like, "Yes, I want one, and I want a glass. I just haven't ordered it yet."
Now, Steve, this next rock is part of your creation, and we love this lady dearly. She sings karaoke, quite talented, and Steve is the one that had given her this icon for her show.
Oh, yeah. Right on.
And her name would be Angelique. So there's the Angelique rock. She's very talented singer. And I haven't got around to putting anything on the back yet. So Angelique, if you have any ideas or whatever at some point in time, we can always do something on the rear. So, but your rock's going to lay flat. And as I walk by, I can see it like that. And I can see your name just like that.
Right.
So if I flip it over, if I paint something else on it, I would like to have it laying like that. Because I don't want you having to lay in the garden upside down like that. I'd have that turned away from me. So when I walk by, this will be facing the walkway instead of that. Anyway, that's what I think about when I do the rock. Okay. This next set of rocks, okay, and I'm saying a set because it's a set of 3 being represented, 4 people being represented here. Rich New Design. This rock here was painted on their 13th wedding anniversary on their show. They were having a show. They were celebrating their 13th wedding anniversary, and I was painting rocks. So this rock got painted while their show was being done. And that is Wes and Jess. So, and I presented it to them that night, so they had a wedding gift that for their wedding anniversary.
Nice.
Now, they are the parents of the only minors that are being represented in my rock garden that I know of at this point. Some of these artists in here or some of these people that are in chat, they might be minors. I don't know. These 2 I do know, so it's the only ones that I know of. And that's because Wes and Jess are their parents. And it is Alex. And this is because Alex rocks. She also goes on the show and she sings. And also her sister Sid. You got the Sid rocks. And they both chose the color for their rocks.
Oh, that's cool.
So those are the minors spoken for. I met them through Camp G-May. Camp G-May has open mic. So open mic night, Camp G-May. I met a lot of the artists also.
Right.
Okay. Now we're gonna start getting into some indie artists and everybody and everything. So you don't know what's coming at what time. So we got a Brad example.
Brad example.
Yeah. A Brad example, man. He's a Brad example. But he rocks. Brad example rocks. All right. Here's another one. Now, I know this person out there absolutely loves his rock, and I think a lot of people love his rock because when I did his rock, I happened to run across this. Like I said, the kids have their toys out here in the yard and this and that, and I used to watch small kids, so I have a lot of toys and stuff around for kids to play with. Well, they're not going to be playing with this one no more because this one is representing the Samoan Watchman.
Awesome.
Nice.
And the Samoan Watchman is on watch. You see him there? Okay, focus in on that.
That's great.
So we got
really
Samoan
represents-
Watchman on top of the rock. I also got Samoan Watchman represented on the bottom of the rock. But yeah. So him and Danny have items attached to their rocks. There's another rock coming up that also has something attached to it, but we'll get to that when we get to it. Chris Lane, you still out there? Chris Lane want to see his rock? Because he's got a guitar pick. I got a Chris Lane Senior rocking guitar pick. Get a good view of that. Chris Lane Senior. Chris Lane Senior.
For everyone in chat too, all these musician ones, in 2 weeks from today on Chad Freeman's channel, he'll be doing a show that'll be given
will be featuring the indie artists.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. So basically building a playlist off of the people that are
Off of the
represented in
rock
his card. Yeah. I was gonna say with it, Chris Lane, when do you recommend actually using that as a guitar pick? I don't think it would work too good.
I do not. No, I do not. Not unless
Chris?
it's a stone guitar or stone string guitar.
Chris Lane might actually try it.
All right. Now this one
He's
here.
drunk enough.
Yeah. This one here, I met him through Rich New Design, Wes and them, and also I Bring It, and they all, basically co-host or triple host a show, and that would be the J Jordan, and that would be the J Jordan. Can't forget the J.
Right.
So we got the J Jordan represented there. Axon Nacho. Okay. Axe. I couldn't fit you all on one side of a rock, so you guys got to share. We got Axe and Nacho. Again, this is one that should have a hole drilled through it and be on a spinner. So it can spin in the wind. Yeah. Axe and Nacho. Axe and Nacho.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
All right. Here's another one that will probably be featured on Chad's show. And this one, the rock kind of spoke to me on this one because on my list I had written SOS.
Nice.
And then I found this little rock. And we got Son of Snake.
Yeah.
And that's another one that should be spinning.
Right.
Son of Snake. Son of Snake. So you can see where this is going. And he rocks.
Right.
He did have something on the bottom. Son of Snake rocks.
Very cool. He definitely does. He definitely does. Now, the question: do all of these artists and people do they know that they have?
Not everybody knows that they have these rocks. That's why I kept throwing it out there that I'm featuring the entire rock garden.
Okay.
I try to on a lot of their shows, but a lot of these people don't go live in order for me to show them. Yeah. And sometimes I don't catch them in time when they're in the chats.
Yeah.
So,
gotcha.
Let's see. Robbie Stingle. Does that ring a bell to anybody? Or would it ring a gong?
There we go.
So what do we got there? We got Robbie Stingle, the Gong Father.
Yeah.
Right? So what would you put on Robbie Stingle's rock? But a gong.
Very cool.
So Robbie Stingle's got a gong. He's got his Got a little mallet there to smack it with. A little mallet there hanging from his gong. So that represents Robbie Steamboat. This
cool.
one has been shown a couple times, and I know this gentleman likes his rock too. At the Charlie Gabaldon. Charlie Gabaldon. And I believe I'm saying that correctly because I painted the rock.
There's a funny story right there because STEEVO with Charlie for the first, I don't know, couple months that I knew him, I was saying
Gabaldon?
It's Charlie. Yeah, I was saying Gabaldon.
Gabaldon.
And then when I'm like, dude, I've been saying your name wrong. Why didn't you say nothing? But yeah, it's Gabaldon.
All right. So yeah, we're kind of right now in the indie artists that I'm showing right now, and I guess in the way I set up the table. But it's going to start mixing up again here shortly. But here you got a Frank Torzo and a Frank Torzo. So we got multiple colors on Frank. You got red and green and yellow and orange, and he rocks.
He does.
So,
he does.
Frank Torzo
for everyone in chat too, all these musicians that STEEVO's covering right now, definitely check out their chant. They're all great musicians.
Yeah,
every one
for
of
sure.
them.
Yeah. Yes. All right. And here we got, you guys make that one out?
Pole vault.
Pole vault.
Yeah, I know that guy.
You know pole vault? Yeah, and probably the only reason you know pole vault because that's another one of those spinners. Sunshine Archer, represent it.
Yeah, those are awesome.
All right. And then we got another one of my favorites here. I love doing this rock, and this one just came natural. And you can see the rock, and once I put the name on there, you can see what this rock was hollering for, don't you? But you just can't beat Mr. Smith's set of drums.
Right.
So that's my interpretation of Mr. Smith's set of drums right there.
Very cool.
Oh. All right. Having to stretch out further now. All right. This one here, I don't know if he's taking a break or what, but used to be out there all the time. And he even performed with his children. So, Drew, Drizzle Stank, and this is the weirdest shape rock. Okay. So it's Drew, Drizzle, Stank. Okay. And the Stankers.
Stankers.
Yeah,
and I don't know why I'm calling his children Stankers, but anyway, I just thought it would be a good name for the group, you know. Drew, Drizzle, Stank, and the Stankers.
That's like the perfect, or that odd shape is just the perfect rock for Drizzle Stank.
Drew? Yeah. All right. This one here is also one of those that should be on a spinner.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jade Star. Yeah.
Jade Star. All right. Give me a second. I got to slide some more of these down this way. Or here. I'll just move myself down. How's that?
You know what? How about STEEVO? You can do that, and since you just showed the Frank Turzo rock, I can we can play a song with Frank Turzo real quick. It'll give you a little bit of time.
Cool. I'll camera off for right now, and all right.
Here we go. All right, maybe not. I don't know why this is freezing up like that. All right, let's try a different song. I lost it.
Son, don't you do the things I've done. Time for one more last goodbye. Son, can you listen to what I say? Run when trouble finds a way. I've been up shit street with the broken paddle, swam my way with the chain and anchor, rode my way through the drowns of whiskey in the can. They can't break me. Moving on. There ain't no rest for a wanted man. Oh, with the price tag on his head. Right. With the pistol in my body. I was headed west across Highway 1 when they stopped me in my tracks. But I've been up shit's creek with the broken paddle, swam my way with the chain and anchor, crawled my way through the drowns of whiskey in the can. They can't break me. Oh no. They can't break me.
All right, I'm having internet issues. So as long as we're not buffering and freezing up like that, we should be good. But STEEVO, you're still muted, STEEVO.
You mean you actually want to hear me? All right. So getting back to the rock collection here, I got this person I haven't seen in a couple weeks. Kind of missing them. Like to see if they come back. But Mamsie Graham,
Mamsie. Where is Mamsie been, man? Cool dude. I love that
Music
guy.
Man Mamsie. You got a peace sign on the side right there. Because he's, I don't know if you can see that or not, but he represents peace. So I got a peace sign on the side right there. So that's the Mamsie rock. And we got 15th Bend. Now, what can you say about 15th Bend other than rocks? And that's another one should be spinning. 15th Bend rocks. 15th Bend rocks.
What I like about that one too, the side that says 15th, it has like this bend to it.
Yeah, the bend in it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
All right. Moving on. This one here, I did not put initials on, but it was a fun rock to paint. And it's a big one because of the name. Development of a Void. Awesome. And then on the top of the rock, put dual guitars. And I believe, and I didn't realize it when I was painting it, this one here, I believe, is right-handed. And this one here, I believe, is left-handed or something. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah. See this one? For some reason, I got the knobs down at the bottom, right? Knobs are usually down at the bottom on the guitar. So this one's facing that way. And then this one, you flip it over. Oh, no. And it's facing that way. Whatever, you know. Anyway. See, one's facing this way, one's facing that way. So you got a right hand and a left hand guitar on there. So he can choose, I guess, if he's ambidextrous. But I didn't realize that till after I had it painted.
And if you know development good, you know that he expresses joy by saying he hates something. So I'm sure he will hate that rock.
Oh, cool. All right. So moving on. And Chad, I don't know if this is a rivalry or not, or what you guys got going, but we're up to the Hugh Caldwell. Okay, now I could fit Hugh on this side of the rock, but of course I couldn't fit Caldwell there. I had to wrap the rock, and then he rocks. So, okay. Also, what do you know about Hugh Caldwell? I know there's something about raccoons. What? I'm not sure. I'm questionable about the raccoons thing.
He is hashtag the Raccoon Slayer. And
yeah, but I didn't want to say he was a slayer, not knowing that, because I heard that he escorted them out of the country. I heard he did not slay them, but I don't know.
Yeah,
so I'm not sure. That's why I went questionable on that one.
Hugh Caldwell gets the next emoji on my channel, so I'm gonna have to keep that rock in mind.
He is a slayer of guitars, that's for sure. A slayer of music.
Oh, okay. All right, and then we got conspiracy music.
Nice.
Play, and again another spinning rock.
Right.
And I know Clay appreciates his rock. He's told me several times.
Conspiracy music is pretty much, you got me into the a lot of the music communities.
Right. Now I'm hoping this person's out there. This person needs to get a hold of Steve, because got some unfinished business yet. Steve Cutler live.
Steve Cutler live. Yeah, I haven't heard from him in a couple weeks.
Now this one needs the holes going through the sides this way, because this one needs to spin not this way, but it needs to spin this way, because after you get past the live, luckyburrito.com. So yeah, Steve Cutler live and Lucky Burrito, both represented.
Just like X and Nacho, another great couple. Another great couple.
All right. Over here, this rock here, kind of the shape of it and everything, and the person that I had written on my list kind of fell into the rock. Now it'll be Ian's Guitar Shack.
Nice.
Okay. He also gets a guitar pick. And if you can see the initials on there, IGS. And he's going to need that guitar pick because he's also got a guitar up there. How can you represent Ian's Guitar Shack without a guitar, right?
Right.
So Ian's Guitar Shack, and then you got the guitar up top.
I was going to say, if you didn't have the guitar, you could also represent Ian with a big smiling face, because he is always smiling ear to ear.
Okay. I thought you were going to say the keyboards.
Yeah, the keyboard too.
Now this one, I don't know if it's a rock or a meteor. It kind of fell from outer space. Wait, maybe from your backdrop. It kind of blends in there with the Chad Freeman backdrop.
I'm so honored. So honored.
I think I heard of that guy too.
Yeah.
I think
There's his little satellite right there that he's broadcasting. He's sending the signal out from that little satellite right there out there in space somewhere.
See that one, Chad Freeman, and that Steve Harloha guy. I think I heard of him, but I don't know.
All right. So this one here, I mentioned that we had two rocks that had attachments to them. This rock here is going to have two attachments to it, One of them I haven't attached yet, but it will eventually get attached. I don't know if I should show you the attachment or the rock first. I'm going to show the rock. Oh, we got, oh, the top one's falling off. Okay, we're only going to have no attachment on the rock at this point because that didn't stick. All right, anyway, we got CFM, who is the, oh, start there on the blue side. Canadian
Fishing.
Musician. A Canadian fishing musician, okay, got CFM on top. But after I got this rock done, I ran across a couple items that I figured is going to go right with it. So we got his basket of fish is going to be attached right up here next to the CFM. And then somehow I'm going to attach this pole that's got a fish on it.
Oh, nice.
And that's also going to attach to the rock. So it's going to be the CFM Canadian Fishing Musician fishing rock.
That's awesome. And that is all he does. He's rocking out or he's fishing,
Yep,
or both.
Now, this one here, I've seen him in chat quite a bit. I loved his logo in the chats, so I tried to duplicate his logo. And then I turned around just to have fun, and I did it on the backside. And I'm talking about Tom Purcell. And I believe he's also Hawaiian, Steve. I believe he's in Hawaii.
Yep.
But his logo is that horse in the middle of his name. Or at least that's what I see in chat all the time. So that's what I tried to do with his rock. And on the backside, I just figured I'd just put Tom Purcell up there. And I tried to draw the horse. Just playing around. I mean, I'm not that good of an artist. I mean, I wasn't that good at art school either. So I didn't even have art school. I had a class. Anyway, like I said, you don't know where the rocks are going to go at this point because they're going to start getting into people in chat. They're going to get into karaoke, and they're going to get into all of it. So we got Ronnie York here.
Ronnie
York,
my right-hand man.
Also known as Ronnie Cash. And how can you have a Ronnie York, Ronnie Cash rock without having the American flag? Now, this American flag rock I had painted years before, but since I had met Ronnie and been on Ronnie's show and, you know, this and that, seen Ronnie around, and I figured, you know what? This is Ronnie's rock. So in the garden where you see Ronnie York or Ronnie Cash, you will see the American flag.
Those are spinners too.
So those two are going to be together in the rock garden.
That flag is awesome. I love
that.
That is
all right.
Wonderful.
I got more coming. And on this flag rock, okay, notice there's two flags, but there's only 50 stars. Sorry. Both flags are represented by the same stars.
Oh, cool.
I don't have 50 on each side. It's just 50 total on this rock. Also, since we got Ronnie Cash and Ronnie York there, we also got Meemaw Patriot, also in the patriotic red, white, and blue. And that's another spinner, Meemaw Patriot. And what good is Meemaw Patriot unless she's represented by the American flag?
There you go.
Or the American flag. So she can spin this way, or she can spin this way. Either way, she's covered by the flag. All right, moving on. Oh, here we go. Now we're going to get into an excellent singer, one that I've had to follow quite a bit. And that would be Joe Norman. Joe Tanner.
Joe.
Yeah. Joe Tanner.
With the voice.
The voice, yes. Joe Norman. Also representing his Bible study. Okay. Wednesdays, Joe Norman's Bible studies. Great. Okay. And of course, he's represented by the musical notes everywhere because that man is very talented in the music. Oh.
For sure.
Yeah. So there's Joe Norman. Oh, along with Ronnie Cash and Ronnie York, and this one should have came up earlier. Big Chap.
Oh, Big Chap.
Big Chap's also a very good singer, also, but
yeah.
very wise as far as the hell that our government is putting us through.
And he's also very good at tracking people down, like last Sunday when we had to track down
Yes,
Mr.
having to
Ronnie.
track down Ronnie, yes. But yeah, there's another spinner, the Big Chap Rock. Now, at some point, when I feel comfortable enough to attempt his rabbit logo, I will try that on the bottom of this rock. I will try to put his logo of the rabbit on there.
The old rabbit hole.
Yeah. All right. This one here, I did the rock, and this person's in chat all the time. I love her dearly. I've chatted with her quite a bit. And I went out and actually asked her who this person was. Because, Cindy, my son's life matters. Okay? Cindy D, my son's life matters. Rock. So I got a hold of her to find out who was her son. And found out that her son was LJ. And LJ loved the guitar. He also rocked. So this is my Cindy D. My son's life mattered. And yes, LJ did matter. So there you go, Cindy D.
That is awesome.
Right. Here's another one. This one here had surgery recently. I'm hoping her voice gets back so we can all enjoy that voice again.
Yeah,
I'm glad she's still putting her videos out there.
Mm-hmm.
Lady Campion.
Yeah.
It's Lady Campion Rock. And again, another spinner. And what I've done is I've just changed the colors over. On one side, she's purple and it's turquoise. And purple and turquoise. The other side, I went turquoise and purple. So I just reversed the colors.
I love how like colorful and vibrant that is, because I mean that's
that's her.
It's yeah, exactly. It's like that rock looks like it's magical, which is her voice is, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yep. And then we got
the Falcro.
The Falcro. And again, another spinner. And a lot of them, I haven't put nothing on the bottom because I figured they're going to be sitting on the ground like that anyway. But some of them I'll put rocks, you know, or whatever, you know. I'll put musical notes or whatever. This one, just straight out. He's the Falcro.
Right.
It's the Falcro. This one here through Joe Norman. This is a good singer from down under, Tess. I met Tess, and I've been on panel with Tess through Joe Norman, I believe, is where I met her. And I believe she's from Australia. So she gets music notes. And her logo on the thing is neon lights in front of a brick wall. So I sat there during karaoke one night and painted this rock red. Then I painted the black to make it a brick wall. And then I did the Tess in the same colors that the neon sign was in. So that's the Tess rock.
Super cool.
All right. This one here, I was on panel with them the other day. Very good singer and all. And we got Imp Dave. And he's another spinner. Imp Dave being represented. All right. Oh, here we go. This one's a weird shaped rock, and it was on the list, so we had to go. Lily, Pillies, of course, rocks, and another spinner. Lily, Pillies, rocks.
I love when you use the odd shaped ones like that. That's just like it's so wonderful, like to
Yeah,
look
it
at.
makes it tricky. It makes it tricky doing the letters and stuff, going around corners like this
Yeah.
E. That E is actually around a corner.
Right.
Well, that's what I'm thinking too. Like, it takes a lot of patience too.
Exactly.
Work,
Yes.
you know, like
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, come on, Steve. You've seen these karaoke shows when I'm sitting there for an hour, hour and a half in between songs. Of course, I got patience. All right. This one here, I tried to do a little bit of artistry on, and you'll see where my childhood artistry comes out on this one. This one I see her in chat all the time. Undercover mermaid. Yeah, you guys can see that?
Yeah.
Undercover on top, mermaid at an angle going down the rock.
Mm-hmm.
Spin it around. She's not undercover. She's sitting up there on the rock, having a nice day.
Awesome.
Got the killer whale down below in the ocean. Got a sailboat up there sailing. Got the birds up flying in the clouds. And she's just chilling, getting suntan. So that's my artistry right there. It's kind of childish, but hey, I have fun doing it.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. Awesome.
Pukey Ann R. Are you out there?
She was. She popped in. I think she said she couldn't stick around, but
oh no. Here's her Pukey Ann rock. And this one here is a piece of slate. Okay. Now, the other side, I did not mark it up because it looks just like I picture Pukey Ann being on the cutting edge. It looks like a knife. To me, that looks like a knife blade without the handle. Because nobody could get a handle on Pukey Ann. Pukey Ann, we can't get a handle on you. You're a loose blade. So that's the Pukey Ann rock right there. Pukey Ann R. And it looked like a blade. I didn't want to mess with that side at all because I like the way it looks like naturally like a blade. Like,
right.
You know.
Very cool.
All right. Oh, here we go with the little rock with big names, long names. This one, it took a long time to do, and I'm not going to touch the bottom of it at all because I don't want to mess this one up in any way. But it is the real Justine Kurt Kasprick.
Awesome.
Nice. They're both in chat.
Yeah.
The real, I mean, wonderful. To get all of that, look how small this rock is, okay? There's my fingers and my thumb.
Yeah.
Okay?
Oh, yeah. Wow. That's a.
So we got the real Justine and Kurt Kasprick all on one small rock that I can't even get my finger and thumb around.
Right.
That's a lot of letters for a little rock.
And then we get the little names that get a bigger rock, like Lulu. And you see Lulu there, I reversed it on the other side. Again, all I'm doing is changing the colors. Just reversing the colors, using the same, you know, Lulu. Lulu. And again, a spinner rock. You know, that's why I wish I had, you know, drill a hole and just put them all on a spinner of some sort, you know.
Right.
Here we got lips. And I didn't want to draw a pair of lips, so I just did lips on the other side. So that lips, lips. Oh, here's another karaoke channel. And also Bible study. It's Dazed 276. Dazed 276. Very good karaoke channel. She also, on Wednesday, before Joe's Bible study, Dazed has a Bible study. So there's 2 Bible studies on Wednesday evenings with karaoke people. All right, now I'm going to start getting into people that I see in chats, and there's going to be some karaoke's and stuff in here. It's mixing up again. But this one a lot of people should recognize. But that'll be the Joker.
Yeah, where is Joker? I haven't seen him
Joker. Today. Are you in here, Joker? All right. We got Joker represented. Oh, here we go. LSP.
Yeah.
Lord Spike.
Yeah, Lord Spike. This is an awful small rock to be trying to fit Lord Spike protein on.
Wow, you got it on there too.
That's an awful small rock to try to fit Lord Spike protein.
For sure.
Like I said, the size of the rock does not matter, people. It's just, you know, I picked up the rock. What am I going to put on it? Okay. This one here, it kind of naturally said Ed, this rock. Because there is a groove here on the center of that E right there. I don't know if you can tell, you know, but when I was looking at the stone itself in its natural color, it looked like a E over here to me. And that's why I put Ed. And we got Ed Hen. Ed Hen's another one that's in the chats.
He just showed up too.
Ed Hen, he's out there, or LSP?
Ed Hen.
I'm not in the chat. I'm on camera.
Yeah, Ed Hen.
All right.
He's got an itchy butt or something.
Yeah, Finding Keno. Finding Keno.
Yeah, that's my brother right there. Good people.
So another spinner. And again, it's just like, okay, I could put Finding across there. I'll put Keno there. This side, I can fit the whole thing on.
I got a question for Chad. Is anyone still keeping count?
Right. Yeah, we're supposed to be keeping up.
I lost count after 10. So
well, many vibes to all of you.
Many vibes.
Many vibes.
Many vibes was here. Hopefully still here.
Another spinner.
One of my favorite chatters for sure. Many vibes is so great.
All right. This one here's another karaoke. This guy was a musician or is a musician, I believe, or singer, but it's Jamie. And Jamie is infatuated by mine. So it's the Jamie and Mine rock. And Jamie rocks. Now, funny thing about Jamie, the first time I had gone onto his show, I actually went up on panel, and somebody had dropped off of his panel as I went up, and he says, "Excuse me, can you hold down the show while I step away for a minute?" And I was left holding his show the first time I had ever gone on any panel at all.
Yeah, no pressure.
He turned it over to me. So I ended up singing the song I wrote for my daughter way back when. Finally, when he comes back, he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I got a phone call and I had to run something down to my neighbor down the street that I've been intending to give him." All right, great, dude. This is the first time I've ever been on panel and you abandoned me. You know? Anyway, that's just a story, but he's still got a rock. All right, getting back to the rocks here. There's another popular person out here in the chats and everything. Hoot Owl Holler. And Hoot Owl, I know you love your rock.
Oh, that's awesome.
Because Hoot Owl's got an owl. You know, what else would you do for Hoot Owl Holler?
And this rock, awesome.
This rock, when I picked it up, it said owl. No, that's an owl rock. So Hoot Owl you got.
I was going to let you know that a Blue Unicorn just popped into chat. Pole Vault's been in chat here for a bit, but they'll have to go back and watch their rocks for early on.
Blue Unicorn, yeah, his rock's way over there. It's not in reach.
It's going to be a tough highlight video for me to edit too, but
yeah. Who are you going to feature, Steve? All right. Here's someone I met in karaoke probably a month or so back. And that would be Pendar, another great karaoke singer. She's great. And I put Pendar on both sides, and it's written right down the side there. Pendarr. Check her out. She also does some shows, I believe. And I put musical notes all over that because she's a good singer. Another good singer out there I met recently on karaoke, so she gets a rock too, is Paper Cut Tina. And I haven't quite got the whole story on why she's called Paper Cut, but I know there's a story behind it. But she's a good singer, so she's represented in the garden also. Paper Cut Tina. Another one. This one here is kind of a heart-shaped rock, so I painted it pink, and then the name went on it.
Nice.
For Allie Strong.
Oh, that is awesome.
And this one here, okay, if you notice, I went large with the S on this, and I had thought about repainting it because when I got around to the G, like, I don't have room for that G, and I was thinking about just repainting Strong all over again and shrinking the S. And then I thought, no, I like the way the G wraps around the end like that.
Right.
So, and then I did it on the other side too. So not only did I do it once and put the big S, I figured, okay, I'm going to do it again.
Yeah,
So that's the Allie Strong rock. And we got Tina Grace.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. And this piece of slate. Actually, I had a headboard that had stone slates in it. This is a piece of stone, but it's flat, you know, kind of like a flat slate, but it is a stone. So that's why it's flat like it is, because it was part of furniture.
Very cool.
And then we got, oh, this one's got two rocks. Where's her other one? Oh, right here. Okay, this person here I met through chat on a karaoke, and there's a peace sign because it was Hippie Grandma. And I made her a rock. And I figured, hey, what better way to represent Hippie Grandma than with the peace sign, right? Representing the Hippie Grandma. Lo and behold,
Hippie Grandma was here earlier.
Right after I did her rock, she changed her logo. She changed her logo to this. HG No BS. Okay? Why? Because Hippie Grandma No BS. HG No BS. But she's peaceful. So she still got her peace sign, but she changed her logo on me. So now Hippie Grandma, you got them both. You got two stones in the garden.
So what you're saying is, if I change my backdrop, my backdrop behind me, I may get another rock.
What was it I said about my list? I got a list I gotta take care of. All right. Here is another one that very, very talented. I suggest anybody to sub up to this person and follow her wherever you can, because she's a hell of a singer. I'm going to have to do an adjustment on the backside of her rock because it did get scuffed. But we got Mrs. High.
Yes.
The backside of her rock. If you notice, her R got messed up, and I'm redoing it. So I repainted the pink. I still got I'm doing touch up on this one. But Miss High, excellent, excellent singer, jazz, blues, you name it, rock. Yeah. She's got it.
Yeah, she's got so much soul. I absolutely love Miss High.
Yes. And then another karaoke group that I recently found is Tattooed Angel. And she also does inspirational speeches and stuff too. So they do have, and her husband also, Tattoo Rebel. They got Tattoo Angel and Tattooed Rebel. and they both have shows. They also have a white trash family, and they have a logo that's a free bird that says Freebird in it. So I tried to do their logo the best I could, but you know, for a rock form, they like it. It's, you know, the white trash family, and that would be Tattooed Angel and Tattooed Rebel.
Yeah, I just started watching them this past week, actually.
Yeah, me too. I just found them like maybe a week and a half ago.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else you want to feature right now? I'm getting down to, I don't know, roughly 20 rocks left, maybe. But anyway, carrying on. This one here I had met recently too is Tiptoe. And when I saw Tiptoe in the chats and I looked at the picture that Tiptoe had in the chats, I ended up texting or, you know, putting in the chat, are those tulips? And the response was yes. So we got Tiptoe through the tulips. So we got Tiptoe on one side, and we got a field of tulips, and the birds flying over.
All that tulips and the birds looks like a lot of work. A lot of
Tiptoe
tedious.
through the tulips. But yeah, I'm sitting there, you know, while you guys are singing or whatever, and I'm just, you know, painting away.
You're tiptoeing around the rock, painting it.
All right, here we go. Some more chatters. Chrissy Cat. Chrissy Cat. Another spinner rock. You know, a lot of them are spinners, and a lot of them are just the names. But I do have fun trying to do some of the artistry on some of them. Here we got, oh, I better put them together. I don't want to get yelled at. Nobody wants to get yelled at by Forrest. Nobody wants Forrest Gump yelling at them, do they? Hey, Forrest, here's your rock.
They're a lot of fun too. Hang out.
Forrest rock has to be real close to Sippin' Fire. Can't have Sippin' Fire too far away from Forrest. Because Janny went and left him, tried to give him AIDS and all that good stuff. So
Janny got the AIDS.
Yeah, Forrest will tell you the whole story. Anyway, carrying on. Oh, this one here came pretty easy. When I saw this name in chat, I'm like, oh, that's an easy one. Fuzzy Bee. Has to be a bee. Gotta have a bee for a fuzzy bee, right? Oh, there's the stinger. Look out.
Right.
Anyway, but yeah, you got Fuzzy Bee on there. So Fuzzy Bee's representing. Yeah. Salt and light.
Salt and light.
Salt and light. Another spinner. Oh, here's another one that I ended up drawing a guitar on. Virginia Woolf. Guitar. That's to remind me, Virginia Woolf is a guitar player. And Virginia, not a female. So, Virginia Woolf is a guitar player in the indie out there, and it's not a female. So, here we go. Anti, you out there? Anti at Jack. Anti at Jack. Are you there? So Anti at Jack is represented. Like I said, we got people in chat, we got people in karaoke, we got people all over the place. You got the Sunshine Rock. Sunshine is represented by the rainbow. Because if you ever see sunshine in chat, it's going to be a rainbow right next to it.
Right.
Now, this is one of those rocks. I picked it up and it said rainbow. For some reason, this rock on both sides just wanted to be a rainbow.
Right.
And then I met Sunshine, so I'm like, okay, we named the rainbow. It's the Sunshine Rainbow. Broke Fishing.
Broke Fishing. Haven't seen him in a while. Yeah. Broke Fish.
Broke Fishing. And then his logo at one point looked similar to that. That's the broke fish and spinning rock. And that's another man with a whole lot of knowledge, especially on the forestry. He spent his life, fighting forest fires and everything, and he keeps an eye on what's going on with the world as far as the environment and all that stuff, on what's going on and all that good stuff. Okay, let's see here. All right. Bring some of these closer. All right. We got JM Unleashed. JM Unleashed. This rock here I did because JM Unleashed is a dog walker. So I decided to paint him some dogs. And on the other side is some more dogs. And they're unleashed. There's no leashes on these dogs. JM let them run loose. So this is the JM Unleashed rock. JM Unleashed, he does karaoke.
More of like a dog whisperer.
Yeah.
More of a dog whisperer.
Okay, so he does dog walking, dog whispering. He's also into precious metals. And if you go on his show, he'll have talks about precious metals and this and that. And he collects precious metals and stuff like that. And through him, I met Neil. And I made Neil a rock. It's Neil's Han Dynasty is his channel. And he's also into precious metals. So on top of Neil's rock, now if you notice, Neil's rock is a weird shape, but it was just the right shape in order to fit Neil's, Han, and Dynasty around the outside. On top, I put the terminologies for the precious metals. So I know Neil would figure that out, but the AU, I believe, yeah. So it's all the different codes and stuff for the precious metals. Gold, silver, this one, that one, plutonium, platinum, radium, whatever.
Now, did you have to do research to know all that, or did you already know that?
Oh, no, I went to Google and I looked it up, and these are the top 8 that was listed, so I decided to put those 8 on the rock.
But
because actually, I was asked by JM to put the PT. The PT 78, I believe, is plutonium or platinum. And I believe that's what Neil collects the most of, platinum. But platinum is number 8 on the list, so I figured I'd go from 1 to 8.
But that's what makes it cool, because all the time, not even just painting them and all the tedious and the patience and all that, but you put all that time.
Yeah, I did do some research on that one. This one here, I also did some research on because it has a trademark logo on it. And when they do the trademark logos and copyright and all that good crap, you want to be as close as possible. Although I don't think I'm going to get in trouble for my freaking painted rocks. But I still want to try to be accurate. And this company here has quite a few different logos out there. But Lady 7-Up. I had to do some research on the different 7-Up logos. And that's why I found out they have so many out there. So yeah, Lady 7-Up represented with the 7-Up logo.
Nice.
All right. Oh, yes. We did the Gong Father earlier. Now we got to do the Dom Father.
Nice.
The Dom Father. Who is the Dom Father? That would be Dom Jaragrosa. See, I had to put his name around the rock.
Yeah, that's a long last name, huh?
So we put the Dom Jaragrosa Father. But I just like, as a spinner, the Dom Father.
Right. That was awesome.
Okay. This one was also fun because of the logo. This you're going to like, Chad, because of the shape of the rock and what I had to put on the rock. But this one here is not, See if I can get it to spin the right way. Here we go. Not crazy by crazy lady. No, again, we got a spinner, but look at all the different angles on this rock. Not crazy. That's two different angles there. By, and that's staggered also. You got the B up here, and it staggers down to the Y. And you got crazy lady, and then her logo. I had fun with this one.
That's cool.
Yeah, the weird shaped ones are definitely a lot of fun, and you pick like perfect ones to put the weird shapes on.
Yeah. Now this one here, we got Karen M and X. Well, I'm going to end up making another rock for X Bootlicker. Okay. So X is represented here. He's also represented on the Ghetto Rock. I have X Bootlicker on there. But I'm going to make him his own rock once I figure out the cool cat that I want to put on his rock. But we got Karen M and X Bootlicker, House of Chill.
House of Chill, another great show.
Yes, and it's done according at my time. It's the middle of the night, so I'm laying in bed. I put them on the TV, and I'm like, "Oh,
I'll wake up in the middle of the night, use the bathroom, get a drink of water or something, and they'll be on. So I'll stay up, have a cigarette, listen for a while."
Right. Now, here's a couple other ladies that I have been on karaoke shows with. And one of them be Phasia.
Oh, yeah, I remember her. She's been on my panel once or twice.
Yes, Phasia rocks. She can sing, and she's from the Philippines, I believe, somewhere overseas. And this one here was on a show where she got up there singing, and we got to talking about rap and stuff like that. So I ended up making her a rock, and that would be Shantae. So this is Shantae's rap rock. Shantae's rap rock. And stretch. Get down there, folks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more. If anybody's keeping count, we got 8 more going.
Yeah, what number are we at, chat?
Yeah. Bar Q.
Yeah.
This one definitely needs to be put on a spinner in order to read it right, because it's Bar Q. Bar Q. Bar Q. Bar Q.
What are you saying to me, STEEVO?
I'm not saying. I'm just reading the rock.
Bar Q.
It depends on how quick it spins, you know? Bar Q, Bar Q, Bar Q. And then we got this one here. This one was also fun, and I didn't know where to start or where to end on it. So this one is just going to spin indefinitely, I guess, because it's Ronnie, just Ronnie, just Ronnie, just Ronnie, just Ronnie. So it's Ronnie, just Ronnie, just Ronnie, just Ronnie. So this is my Ronnie, just Ronnie rock. So if you're out there, Ronnie, Ronnie, just Ronnie, just Ronnie. Okay? All right. We have, I believe if I say this right, it's Kameme, not Kamama.
Kameme, yep.
Kameme, which means butterfly, correct?
Yep.
And there is a butterfly. Okay. There is a butterfly. And because we were doing art, I decided, what do they call that? Abstract. There's an abstract butterfly. Okay. Here's the body down here. Here's the wings. And it's in flight. Spin it around. Anyway, that's
cool. I haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah, that one is really, really like Really cool.
So that's a butterfly there. I did a butterfly right here, the two wings standing up, where it says Kameme and butterfly. So yeah, all those checkers right there are supposed to be the wings of the butterfly in there. So yeah, I got one butterfly there, one butterfly there, and then this whole outside is supposed to be an abstract butterfly. So that represents Kameme. Another big rock that I have here, and this one has multiple channels. I haven't seen them on lately, but it's the Wandering Hippie. And this rock is supposed to represent tie-dye if you see all the different colors of paint on it. So we got peace and peace signs. And over on this side, we got the Singing Hippie. Because he's got two different channels. He's got the Wandering Hippie, where he does First Amendment audits and stuff like that. And just taking his dogs out for a walk or a hike or whatever, he'll have it on the Wandering Hippie. Other times he does karaoke shows and stuff, and he'll put them on the Singing Hippie. So this is representing the hippie. All right. This is another person that was in chat. She got to see this last night, and she loves it. And that is Casper Friendly. It's her YouTube name. When I did this and I showed it on the show when I was first painting it, the host of the show asked me if I could, on the back, put ABEZ. ABEZ is Aviz, which is Casper's son. So Casper Friendly and Aviz is Casper's son.
That one's awesome.
All right. Now, Steve, I think you're going to love this one. I think you know this person.
Oh, yeah. My brother, Yankee for life.
What does Yankee do? What's Yankee's job?
Well, his job is to mess with Creek, but you mean...
Yeah, mess with Creek. All right. Anyway, he represents himself as working at the nuclear power plant. So here we got the nuclear reactor, radioactive for Yankee for life. And nice. This rock here, to me, when I picked it up and I looked at it, represented...
Oh, right on, man. That's
the
awesome.
American flag. What other way to represent Yankee, right? So Yankee for life. There you go. There's your rock. And this is also a slate.
He was in chat earlier. I don't know if he's still here, but yeah.
Yeah. This is a piece of slate. So. All right. And then these last two. Okay. We've talked about karaoke. We've talked about people in chat. We've talked about the indie artists, this, that, and the other. And we talked about First Amendment auditors. This one is Upstate Audits. Okay. I don't know what Upstate has audited or anything, but I do know that he likes his weed. He likes mushrooms. And he likes the HFPD, which is Happy Fuck the Pigs Day. Or Happy Fuck the Police Day, however you want to put it. But this represents Upstate Audits, whose best buddies with, and I could not fit the whole name on this rock, but it represents STEEVO's Weed Chronicle. But I couldn't I couldn't get to Chronicles, so we only went with Chronic, which is a nice strain anyway. Chronic is pretty good strain, so STEEVO's Weed Chronics. And it should be STEEVO's Weed Chronicles is the channel. And he's also represented by a peace sign, because us stoners are peaceful. And yes, I am a stoner, people. And those two stoners right there round out the rock garden.
Nice. Question that what was it? Fuck the police.
Yeah, fuck the police day.
What day is that, or is that just every day?
Every day is fuck the police day.
All right.
And every day we're happy about it too, you know.
So some of these rocks come together pretty quickly, right? Because I know Tina Grace, I think you started that one just, was it last week?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you'll meet
Strong.
somebody or see somebody and you just get inspired and
it's like, you know, it's like, okay, yeah, they deserve a spot, and I write them down on the list. Then when I pick up the rock and I'm looking at the rock, I'll turn around and look up and down the list.
Right.
Okay. And that Tina Grace, like you said, okay, that one was a slate. That could have gone for anybody.
Right.
And I just thought, you know, I could do, and what concerned me was the small part here, this broken part.
Right.
And then once I realized, you know, yeah, I can do a G there. That's what got me. It's like, because I knew I could fit the A. It was the G I was concerned about, and there it is. But then again, G's I always worry about, and if you notice, I wrap it around the side of a rock, you know, and I kept it there for Allie Strong. You know,
Right.
that was another one of those G's, and I had to wrap it around the corner. You know, I had to wrap the G's around the corner. So on this one, it's like, yeah, I can do a G there. So that was Tina Grace. She just happened to be on the list.
Right.
I don't know who all was on the list when I saw that, but when I picked up that rock, like, okay.
Gotcha.
The forest rock. It was just a rock that I had painted green. It was a green, because sometimes what I'll do is when I go out and I hike and I collect these rocks and I bring them back, I'll grab a rock out of the bag and just paint it green, or I'll paint it pink. I'll paint it blue. I don't know whose rock it is. I'm just putting a base coat of paint on a rock at that point. Now, once it has its base coat and I have my list, or sometimes it's not even a list. I'll be sitting there on a karaoke show and somebody comes up like Pindar, okay? Or Miss High, that's what it was. Mrs. High. The first time I went on to a karaoke show and I heard her voice, she was automatically going into the rock garden.
Right. Yeah.
I picked up the rock, and this rock here was painted in pink. Okay, the base coat is the pink. You notice the R is missing right here. So this whole rock was painted pink originally. Then when I decided it was going to be the Miss High rock, how am I going to do it? Okay, I'm going to do her in pink and purple. So with the base coat being painted pink, like it is there, I spun the rock around and I painted purple on top of the pink. So right here along the side, the pink coat is the base coat. The purple is on top of the pink on this side. Then I went and I wrote the names on it in reverse colors. Okay, so that's how that one came about. So the base coat on this rock is a pink rock. So I picked it up for Miss High and says, this is what I'm going to do. So I immediately just did the other half in purple and let it dry, knowing the pink and purple rock is going to be Miss High's rock.
Right.
Salt and Light, I just picked up the pink rock. This time I did not change the colors to it. I just put Salt and Light in two different colors, purple on that side and the turquoise on this side. But I left the whole rock pink on the base coat. So that's how it goes. Fuzzy bee. I grabbed the yellow rock because I knew it was going to be a bee. You know, I just had a rock that had a yellow base coat. Okay, there's a fuzzy bee. So that's how a lot of it goes.
Right.
So you kind of prep them, but not knowing who you're prepping them for.
Right. Others, you know, I can grab the rock, or while I'm prepping it, like the main one that really called out to me was Michael Songs. When I grabbed that rock, it being a natural brown rock, and I held it in my hand and I figured, this is a bust. And then I thought, Michael Songs, I'm going to do his best. So that's where I chose the teal color. I went with the bright color for his shirt underneath the gray vest. So, you know, it was basically that one I knew with the rock. That one I knew when I saw the rock what it was going to be. It was going to be a bust. Once I knew it was going to be a bust, then who was it going to be? It ended up being Michael Songs. So that's what made my color choice on that stone. But most of them, I just grab the rock and I just pick a color and throw it on there. The ghetto rock, because I knew it was going to have so many names on it, it had to be white. I had to paint it white because all the other colors that were going to go on top of it.
One of my favorites, and this isn't just because me and this guy are really good friends, but the Alligator Creek.
Right.
That's one of my, just because of the shape of the rock. It's like perfect.
That rock basically called for it to be itself. Now, your rock, Steve, I actually mixed colors to create your rock with the orange and the yellow and trying to get your logo at the time. So,
right. Yeah, see, I should have multiple rocks because I changed my logo like every other month.
Yeah, so get to work on those other Harloha rocks.
Yeah, but if you notice on this one here, the orange and the yellow are not thoroughly mixed. I didn't want to change a color. I was trying to get it blended with the orange and yellow because that's what you had on your logo at the time.
Yeah,
was that type of color. And then Nina's I just took a wild guess at, and I put pink on top of a green. Kind of.
Yeah, you had this one you were going off of at the time.
Yes. Yeah, trying to get that yellow and orange mix. Yeah, like flames. Yeah. So, and that's what I came up with.
So Axe had mentioned that, and I like this idea, but this would be tough. He said basically have a community rock that you actually send around to the different people and have them sign it. Now that would take a lot of shipping to ship it, and then have them ship back. I like the idea. Maybe there's something there, but I don't know how to do that.
Well, any rock that I have painted and I just put on this show, anybody's can take a snapshot or whatever, freeze frame or whatever, and put it on their show if they want. I don't care. I have no domain over these rocks. These rocks were created for you people. They're going to sit in my garden unless I decide to auction them off. And if I decide to auction them off, I feel everybody's going to want to be their highest bidder on their rock.
Right.
So, Steve, how much you going to give me for Chad's rock? Chad, how much you going to give me for Steve's rock?
I'm gonna give you $6,000 for that Harloha rock.
Really, Steve? How much do you want that Harloha rock?
I think Chad just won the bid.
Oh, backfired.
Sold. Sold for $6,000. That's per ounce, right? That's per weight of the stone.
So you had mentioned you had started doing the rock painting. Was it with your grandkids or your kids? Like how long ago was that?
Okay, my son just turned 40 in September. So figure about 25, 30 years ago, we were leaving rocks around campsites.
Gotcha.
The YouTube garden started about a year ago. The painting of the YouTube rocks.
Right.
Like Creek Squads was painted a while ago, that alligator rock, it was like 2 years old or so. But the Steve Harloha rock, which basically I feel started the garden, that one is about a year old.
Right. Yeah.
So.
And I love how,
I've been in the chats and on the shows for a while before I started the rock garden. Like I said, it's the episode that brought me to, it's the so-called worldwide episode that brought me to YouTube.
Right.
And then I floated around the 1A community, and then I, moseyed over to the karaoke and the independent right about the same time. They kind of fell hand in hand. I don't know if the independent music led me to the karaoke or the karaoke led me to the independent.
Right.
But They all merged in together. All these rocks that I've showed you, they all kind of blended together. Even the stoner ones, Devo's Weed Chronicles. I've seen him on the different karaoke chats and stuff. He won't come up and sing, but I've seen him in the chats here and there.
Right.
So
So
it's like
you,
a lot
you
of these
mentioned
people.
you started with the 1A community. I did too. That's how I ended up finding the music community. But I
Right.
didn't see a Chili DeCastro rock at all.
Nope. And you didn't see a Brooklyn Audits rock. And I had thought about it. And Brooklyn Audit would have an orange rock. It would be round like an orange. It will probably be covered with dollar signs on it, so he'll understand.
Brooklyn Audit. How you gonna steal an orange when he could have just bought it?
Yes, exactly.
In Chile, it's just
you're gonna
because he's
audit
a
yourself,
constitutional
being a
scholar.
Yeah.
He's a
But
constitutional
it's
scholar.
got to do with character and stuff like that. And the reason I'm doing it here, because this community has the live chats and stuff like that. Yeah, I can probably go to the 1A community, but how am I going to get it out there to them other than putting in chat, hey, I'm painting a rock for you?
Right.
Well, that's the great thing about like the karaoke community, the music community. There is more of a community in a there's not a divide like the 1A community. There's such a divide, and there's divides within the divides, and there is some of that in karaoke in music, but it is more community than those others.
Okay. Yeah, like you're saying, the divide in the 1A community. Okay. Yes, I believe in our First Amendment rights. I believe in our rights. Okay. It doesn't mean I'm going to go down to the library and start filming everybody in the library just because I have a right to. Why am I going to annoy you when you're trying to get information from a library? Why am I going to go in there and annoy you? Right. Why am I going to go to the police station just to annoy them because I can?
Right.
Just because you have a right to annoy people don't mean you should be out there annoying people.
Right.
But, but it doesn't mean that when I'm driving down the road, if I see an officer have somebody pulled over, I'm not going to break out my camera. I will. I will keep an eye on my government officials now that I'm enlightened to it. I was born in 1960. So basically, I grew up in the 70s. I started raising my family in the 80s. Okay. What did I learn from public school? I learned our American history, what they wanted us to learn. Yeah, we sat down with the Pilgrims and had turkey dinner. Bullshit. I'm finding out, what they taught me as a minor in school is what they wanted us to know, not what actually transpired. So, getting into the 1A community, it's enlightened me to, yes, okay, now I see what our government's been doing to us. Yes, I do feel that I am enslaved. Yes, I have worked all my life and paid my taxes, raised my children. Now I'm divorced. Okay, I'm divorced because my wife chose not to be, here no more. Okay, basically we raised a family. We had plans on going on the road in retirement. Okay. My daughter was having problems. I brought the daughter into the family, come home, move in with us. My wife was done with it. She was done raising kids, the grandkids, all of that. Okay, fine. I was going to leave. And then it dawned on me, why am I leaving? I'm not the one that's upset here. I'm not the one that's not happy. So I sat down and discussed it with her, and she chose to leave. Okay, you're the one that's not happy, so she left. Okay, I lived here for 3 years with her mother, still here. She came and got her mother this year. We've been divorced, 5 years now? Anyway, her mother was staying here with me. Now her brother's here. I live with my brother-in-law, or my brother-in-law lives with me. But that's because I put my fortune in my family. I'm a family man. My wife, she had the same dream I did. Yeah, when we grow up and, when we retire, we'll get an RV and travel the country. Well, I was a long haul truck driver for years. So that don't appeal to me anymore. So we kind of went our own ways, but that's part of life. That's what happens, But I still love her. She is, But anyway, I don't know how I got drifted this far off. I know I rabbit holed. Anyway, it's my way of paying back to the community on painting these rocks. You know, it's like you guys give me pleasure on these karaoke shows with your guys' music, you know, Clay, and you know, the way he plays his guitar and everything, I feel vibrations going through my head. That one song he plays all the time, I started to write down lyrics for it, and the lyrics go. I feel the vibrations flowing through my head. They're trying to get out to my mouth to express what I'm hearing. And I've been writing down some lyrics to that effect, just sitting and listening to Clay play. And a lot of these rocks are created just sitting on YouTube, listening to you guys play. So to me, it's my way of paying back. And yes, I will be laying them out in the garden. I will videotape it, and I will put it on my channel. Since you two approached me about the rock garden, I had chose upon myself not to feature them on my channel until after your two shows. So in November, you know, I may ask Steve, hey, Steve, can I put this on my channel? You know, Chad, can I put your show on my channel? And then I will lay out the rock garden, actually put the rocks out there once I harvest my medicated crop. That will come out, the rocks will go in, and then I will do a video of the rocks in the actual garden, and I'll put that up on my stream. But that'll probably be in November.
Right on, that's cool. And then, yeah, in 2 weeks on Chad's channel, which I have pinned at the top for anyone in my chat.
Cool.
In 2 weeks from
Yeah,
today.
don't listen to Steve. When you guys ask the time on what time the shows are, don't listen to me. It's like I was telling you all, this show was going to start at 1 o'clock Pacific. It didn't start till 2. So
mine is 1 p.m. Pacific. It's 4 p.m. Eastern. So
yeah, even earlier for me, 10 a.m. for me.
Okay, so that is the rock garden. You know, and
Ooh, and that was perfect time because we're right at the 2 hour
featuring
mark.
a lot of these artists on Chad's show.
Yes, that's why everyone has to make sure you're subscribed to Chad, because in 2 weeks, all the musicians and artists that were on those rocks, Chad's got a badass playlist set up, and you're gonna hear some badass music. There is LSP.
Oh, he's here?
Yep, he is here.
Did you see your rock? LSP, did you see your rock? I'll throw it again. Steve, let me know what he answers. I ain't going into the chats.
Oh, I didn't said nothing yet. But I'm sure he wants to see it.
All right. LSP. Why you got such a big name for such a little rock? Lord Spike Protein. LSP. Boy, did I mess this one up, huh? I just noticed that. My LSP, I have to actually spin it around in order to get it. It should have just been LSP right there. I did it backwards. Where am I? Oh, there. LSP. Lower spike protein. We fit it all on that rock, though.
A lot of letters, little rock.
Yeah. So
I want to say I really think what you do is great. Big fan of it, and I know you're going to take a little break here soon to learn some harmonica, and you definitely should. I'm all about that, but definitely keep this going. Keep doing it in the future.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's where I drifted off into the rabbit hole. You was asking when I started doing the rocks and stuff. I started with my kids at the campgrounds and stuff like that. And basically, it's the pandemic crap that actually got me back into it, and a way to pay back to the YouTube community. Like I said, with the situation with my wife and everything, I put my finances into my family. So I have actually given power of attorney of my life over to my daughter. Therefore, I don't become member on people's channels. I will subscribe. I'll subscribe to your channel. I love getting memberships being gifted to me, but I'm not going to approach my daughter and say, hey, can we, can I become a member here? Can I become a member there? No, I'm not going to throw that on her. It's like, I don't deal with the finances. She does. I don't, it's like, I'm healthy enough. I don't go to the doctor. If she feels I'm not well enough, she can tell me, Dad, let's go to the doctor. Okay, set me an appointment. So basically my life is in my daughter's hands. So
Right.
my painting these rocks is my way of paying back to this community of people that want to be in this community together. If you're a troll and you're in here trolling or whatever, move on, dude. If you're going to come in here, at least want to be here.
That's better than being a member. You know what I mean? That's like,
oh yeah, I love it when I'm gifted a membership. And that's another thing for everybody on here to know. All of my emails, my daughter also gets them. She'll turn around and come up to me. Oh, Dad, did you check out this email? No, I didn't even know I had an email. So she gets my emails when I get them. So my life is an open book. I don't hide nothing. Like Steve always says, real recognizes real.
yeah,
and that's why I'm in this community. I'm in this community because this is a real community where people want to be. Not they have to be. People want to be here. And that's where I want to be. And it's my way of paying it back to you guys. So I hope you all enjoy your rocks. I enjoy doing the karaoke for y'all. I know I don't have a voice. I enjoy all the talent that does come up. There's some of them I don't particularly care following because they are so good, but I don't care. I know I can't sing, so it don't bother me anymore. I'll follow anybody. Come on, Joe, give it to me. Mr. B, bring on your Elvis. I don't care. I'll follow your Elvis with some Bob Seger. Painting rocks. As strong as I can be, painting rocks.
And I want to give a huge shout out to Independent Many United too for modding like a hero, dropping links left and right on both channels. You are awesome, Indy. We love you.
Yeah, for sure.
And she was the first logo that I asked if I could. I asked permission to do her logo, and she said she'd be honored.
Nice. Yeah, I love her little logo on her rock too. I was going to tell you, STEEVO, October 20th, 8 p.m. Eastern, me and Conspiracy Music are doing a karaoke night on a Friday. So,
yes.
Okay,
Friday. Yep. I got the notification. You know the goddamn YouTube assholios? It wasn't yesterday, but the day before, I had no notifications from YouTube all day long. Nothing, nobody, nothing went on Thursday that I didn't go into YouTube and look up myself. I got no notifications from anybody for anything on Thursday. That's why YouTube has an assholio shit rock. But they're represented. YouTube is represented with their logo. And YouTube, I'm not monetized, so don't try to get me on copyright or trademark infringement or anything like that.
I want to say, STEEVO, you rock. You definitely rock. And
Thank
happy
you.
Rocktober to you. Happy early birthday.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So cool. So everyone, make sure you're subscribed to Chad for sure. And well, not even in 2 weeks, but in almost 2 weeks, because the 20th and the 21st.
Yes. Yeah. Friday evening, the 20th, and then the 21st for the rock feature.
Yep. Definitely.
And Steve,
Definitely
if
be
you're going to
awesome.
close out, or when you're ready to close out, I'll close it out with the song.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay,
Shoot,
well,
for
whenever you're
sure.
ready. So, anybody in chat have any questions on the rock garden before we cut out or whatever? I don't know how long Steve wants to go. It's his show. He
Well,
could
we're
turn it
getting
into
ready to close.
karaoke at this point. I don't care.
Right. Well, we're getting ready to close out. So if anyone has questions, and then if not, then yeah, if you want to go out with a song, that'd be awesome.
All right. Well, what you got in chat? Nothing yet? No questions? All right. I'll do this song right here, and then we'll see if there's any questions after that, and then you can close it out. So here we go. And I'm going to turn this camera off so I can rock like a rock. Stood there boldly, sweating in the sun. Felt like a million. Felt like number one. The height of summer. I'd never felt that strong like a rock. I was 18, didn't have a care. Working for peanuts, not a dime to spare. But I was lean and solid everywhere like a rock. My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firmly to what I felt was right like a rock. Like a rock. I was strong as I can be, painting rocks. Nothing ever got to me, painting rocks. I was something to see, painting rocks. And I stood arrow straight, unencumbered by the weight of all these hustlers and their speed. I stood proud and I stood tall, high above it all. I still believe in my rock. 20 years now, where they go? 20 years, I don't know. I sit here and I wonder sometimes where they gone. And sometimes late at night, oh, when I'm bathed in the firelight, the moon comes calling a ghostly white, and I recall painting rock, standing arrow straight, painting rock, charging from the gate, painting rock, carrying all that weight like a rock. Oh, painting rock. The sun upon my skin, painting rock. Hard against the wind, painting rock. I see myself again, painting rock. Oh, painting rock. I paint them for my friends, painting rock. I'll even paint them again, painting rock. Sitting around painting rock. Painting rock. That's what you see in me. I'm painting rock. Painting rock. I hope you all enjoy your painted rock. There you go, Elmo. Do I got to paint you a rock too?
You might need one.
Good
Can that
job.
paint Elmo and Stu and all of them rocks? Yeah, the puppeteers get rocks. I actually did once supply a race car for Kermit on Wheels, or Muppets on Wheels was the name of the video, called Muppets on Wheels.
Yeah,
And
that's right.
Kermit drove our race car, and Elmo wasn't around.
So it doesn't look like anybody had any questions for you.
Okay, well, that's cool. I think we answered them all. I told them how I paint the rocks and where I collect the rocks, and
Right.
not much more we can rock on, huh?
Yeah.
Can rock on. So yeah, thank you everyone in chat who showed up. Thank you for, let's see.
Yep.
For
I want to thank all those that are
25
going to come in
likes
later and watch too. Because I know there's other
25
shows
likes
out
in
there going on
chat
right now, so
and
that's why some
59 likes
people didn't
over
come
here. And then yeah, and Creek Squad's supposed to be going live, I believe he said.
Yep, I believe Dave's is already live.
Days is already okay. Yeah, I know Creek won't be till later because
Right.
And
But yeah, I'll be around on the karaoke shows and all, people. So
cool. And then I know my buddy Doc Danger, I think, is live right now too. If anyone wants to head over there, he did his roadshow on my channel the other day, and it was awesome, man. Just nonstop, awesome music, great music.
Yep. Well, I want to thank you, Steve, for featuring all the rocks and getting through all the rocks. And look forward to going on to Chad's ham show and hamming it up with all the indie artists.
Sure.
And I'm looking forward to seeing more rocks in the future.
Yeah, they'll be coming in the future. I'm going to be looking forward to placing them in the garden and putting that video out.
Yeah.
But I'm going to wait until after you're got. Well, I probably start, doing it around November or so. And I talked to my grandson again today, who says he's going to hook me up with the laptop. He said I'd already have one, except the one that he was going to give me, I'd have to hook up to a TV because the screen on it's messed up or whatever. I'm, oh, okay, yeah, like Shane's. Cool.
Right. Yeah.
He said he needs a screen for the laptop. I'm like, yeah, that's what Shane was talking about too. Was he needed to replace his screen? They kept sending the wrong amount of pins.
Yep.
So
I remember
anyway,
that.
I'm
and
hoping
STEEVO,
my grandson gets me hooked up with the laptop so I can learn how to do this stuff and maybe eventually get a soundboard or something. So maybe I could sound good while doing karaoke.
Right. And if you do need help with that video, STEEVO, let me know. I can, if you can get it to me somehow, I can help you edit it or work on it
okay.
for you or
Right.
with you or however you want to do it.
All right. But yeah, I probably won't be posting onto my page until November or something. See what's happening. I don't like commitment, so I really don't want to commit. Although I committed to you two guys for these shows, but anyway, I want to thank everybody out there for their interest in the rocks and let me showing your appreciation to my appreciation to you guys. I appreciate it.
So real quick, we did hit on this, but Simone was asking, he may have missed it, about what you do, once they're done, as far as the clear coating them.
Right.
Oh yeah.
What do you use to basically seal them up and everything?
It's an acrylic clear coat spray. It's basically like Rylon or whatever. Go to the paint department. They got it all locked up at Home Depot, and tell them you want the clear coat. And the clear coat is not water soluble, so that's what I use. The paint itself is an acrylic paint, so it is water soluble. So by shooting the clear coat over it, the water can't penetrate the clear coat to get in to damage the paint.
Right.
And then we'll see what happens with the sun. Where I am placing them in the garden out here, it only gets the sun maybe 1/3 of the day. The other 2/3 of the day, it's in the shade. That's why my medication is on the slow rise, because they're partly shaded most of the time. So they're on a slow grow. The ones I have in the sun are ready for harvest. The ones I have alongside of the house where the rocks are going to be are partly shaded. So the rocks will stay partly shaded. So hopefully the sun don't affect them too much.
Right. Well, especially being coated too,
Yeah. Yeah, but even the coating, you don't know with the UVs. The UVs penetrate coating and, will still dull the paint or whatever.
Ooh.
The UVs have magical powers. But at least they're in the shade most of the day, so. And I don't worry about the water because the clear coat seals them like a shell, puts a shell around them.
Right. Cool. So right on, man. So thank you everyone for coming. Chad, thank you for being awesome co-host.
Oh, thanks for
And
having me.
STEEVO, thank you for all the hard work you've done on all those rocks, man. It's
All right.
highly appreciated.
Well, I haven't been able to see the chats, but I do want to thank everybody out there for your comments and all and your feedback, and hope you all enjoyed it.
Right on. Cool. Well, with that being said, everybody, have a beautiful morning, a beautiful day, beautiful afternoon, a beautiful evening, a beautiful night, whatever it may be, wherever you are. Much love, much aloha, and most importantly, God bless.
But every time we pull up, all you're gonna see is American flags.